said the Gentiles were under the covenant with the Israelites. Deuteronomy 28 and 40 says, 43 says, the stranger that is within me.
You straw man in what he said.
I'm not strong man and nothing. He just said
Ash, write down your question.
It says,
Ash, write down your question.
The stranger that
Ash,
is
listen, we're not gonna. Okay, thank you, Ash. I'm glad you could regurgitate a precept package. Shall get up higher than thee. We know it. Ash, we know it, Ash.
The Israelites, dummy.
Okay,
because the Ash says that you come down low if you break the commandments.
But what about
okay? Thank you, Ash.
What about verse 14 where it says, "So that in Christ Jesus the blessing of Abraham might come to the Gentiles, so that we might receive the promised Spirit through faith"?
You just gotta let me answer. That's all I'm asking. It's a good question.
Yeah, but Ash, before you answer, listen, write down the question that. No, because we're not gonna run, Ash. You're trying to run. Ash,
Jay just asked me a question and you
Jay,
just jumped in and told me to write it
No,
down.
you ran. Listen, I asked you a question in Galatians 3 and 8, and you ran. You ran faster than when the police try to raid a crack spot. Listen to me. Galatians 3:8. The Bible tells you what is that quoting in Galatians 3 and 8, brother. You're a Bible scholar. That's first grade. What is Galatians 3 and 8 quoting? And what people is that talking about?
I just said I don't know because I don't have the best recall with chapter and verse. I humbly stated
really? You don't know? Mr. High and Mighty One West member?
This is crazy, bro. I don't remember.
All right, Jay. All right, okay, Ash, thank you. Ash, I got it. Thank you. Jay, when you read 3 and 8, can you read the last sentence of that verse? And I'm gonna pull the verse where that said word for word. Please, Jay.
Saying in you all nations shall be blessed.
All right, Jay, ready? What does it sound like, Jay? Ready? Galatians 12 and 3. And I will bless them that bless thee, and in thee shall all nations of the earth be blessed.
You mean Genesis?
And what does verse 7 says that is talking about Abraham, correct?
Yep.
So it's talking about Abraham, that God told him that in him all nations were going to be blessed. Speaking of the Gentiles in Genesis 2, but you all of a sudden have no recollection of that verse, and you can't recall where this is being taken from. Is that correct, Ash?
There was a whole covenant before Moses.
I literally said I don't know the chapter and verse, and it's in the Old Testament. I don't remember the chapter and verse. I don't know how many times I have to say it. I agree with that.
Well,
text.
brother, Jay just read it to you. Jay just read it to you. Write it down so you won't forget the next time. Now run to your next verse, please.
I remember the text, and the text does not contradict what I'm saying. It just falls in a different place. That's as simple as
brother. Genesis 12:3 is talking about non-Israelites. It's not talking about Israelites.
I didn't say that Genesis was talking about Israelites. I was talking about what he asked me about verse 14 in Galatians 3. You're weird.
We're not on 14. We're in verse 8. That's what I'm saying. Stop jumping.
He asked me a question about Galatians 3 and 14.
No, yeah. I
brother,
asked you about the y'all talking though right now.
You said what, Jay?
Yeah, Galatians.
I asked you, but y'all talking though.
So that's what I was answering when I said that's talking about Gentile. That's talking about the Israelites.
I only said that in response to you saying that those aren't Gentiles, just for the record.
Thank you, Jay. You said Galatians 3 and 8, Ash. You said Galatians 3 and 8 was not Gentiles. Do you want to take that back now?
That the blessing of Abraham might come on the Gentiles through Jesus Christ, that we might receive the
Galatians 3 and 8, brother. 3 and 8. Stay focused, Danielson.
I'm not talking about what you're talking about. That's what you don't understand.
That's what we're dealing with. Listen,
I'm saying
I
only brought that scripture up in order to address what you were saying about 3:8.
I know, brother, and that's
correct. You were Ash. You were claiming 3 and 8 were not Gentiles. That's what you claimed.
Bro, do you really think we could build like this, dog? This is nonsense. I'm sitting here trying to answer a question you asked. I know why you asked it. There's no problem with you asking it. That's why I said it's a good question. I said, I just need to be able to answer the question. And here we are with this.
Brother, but you're not, because he was proving to you that you were wrong, claiming, Ash, listen to me. You're not going to do the Hebrew hopscotch.
You're just being a
You know what, Jake? Speak to this dude. Yeah, I'm just being a weirdo. Because you're getting cut. because you're
You're
getting
dirty.
cut and you're
You're
looking
not.
stupid.
You're not cutting anything. You just talk a lot and you're loud. And I'm
Brother,
tired. I
is
worked all
Galatians
day.
3,
And I came on here to
is
build with a
Galatians,
brother.
and you're going to be
You're not
working
gonna
more in
feel
the
like
kingdom,
homosexual.
and you're going to be working more in the field. Now, listen to me. Galatians 3 and 8, is that Israelites or Gentiles? Please answer, please.
I'm not dealing with you, bro. I'm not dealing with
Jay,
you.
All
he's
right,
all right, Jay.
all
Oh my
right.
God. Okay, so we're
That's a
gonna call it. We're gonna call that one
confusion.
and say that he's talking about the Gentiles as in non-Israelites, as in used in every other context of the Bible. So, Maika, do you have anything to contribute to the conversation?
Yeah. So first, who's the Israelite and who's not the Israelite?
Me, I'm an
Christ.
Israelite.
That's the
Ash.
got Ash to GoPro.
It's
Okay,
Ash.
Brother
Ash.
Cam,
Ash.
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 Thank
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brothers.
And then who else we got on stage?
and then Christ is Lord. Christ is Lord is
Yeah, I can't
is
see any
Yeah,
names.
IOCK. You have IOCK.
ILCK.
Okay,
Sorry about that,
Yep.
brother.
ILCK.
No,
So
it's
Ash,
cool, Jay. It's cool.
my question to you is: you believe in this, I guess, religion slash historical. To be fair, I still don't understand what you guys are. But as a black Israelite,
As an Israelite.
my question to, what happened?
I said
He
as an Israelite.
he was correcting you for saying black Israelite.
So my question to you is this. What scientific connection do you have towards the people that you believe the Bible is speaking on?
Which science do you respect? We got history, we got archaeology, we got
History is not a
anthropology.
science.
Huh?
Archaeology is not entirely a science. I'm
What do
referring
you
to
Hmm.
I'm referring to physical science, as in, do you have any actual genetic lineage connected to any of the people that your religion says you are?
so you mean genealogy?
Brother, he means
Uh,
what physical proof do you have to connect yourself to the Israelites? It's simple,
Let
Ash.
me
Stop
let
being
me
crazy,
let me
bro.
talk
Damn.
to the dude that's talking to me. Have some respect.
no, no, no.
Because you're doing
Uh,
sorcery. Do you mean some type of
IOC.
physical being? It's like, come on, bro, just talk.
I can't hear you, man. I'm sorry. I really want to do this, but this dude ain't
IOC.
got no.
I asked him the question, so to be fair, he does need to answer. So yes, what physical, as in, do you have direct ancestral connection to these people that your religion says you are a part of?
I feel like you're referring to genetics. No, I have oral tradition paired with history, archaeology, and anthropology. Or tradition being the main form of anthropology that we're following. Um, that would be the science that I'm using. I don't trust genealogy, but I'll
Okay.
say that
You
my
don't trust
forefather,
it.
Hold
but
up,
my
hold up.
forefather,
Listen,
but
no, listen.
yo,
Ash
I'm
doesn't
really,
trust it because
I'm
his
really trying to
leader.
answer the brother's question, but this dude
Okay, but
continues
Ash,
to have zero
Ash, you
respect.
just spoke. Ash,
I
you
did
just
not
answered.
finish
Listen,
answering the brother.
for the
I did
record,
not.
hold on,
I
Ash,
did
let me
not
talk.
finish answering the
For the
brother. What is
record,
your problem?
Ash, okay, give me 10 seconds. For the record, Ash doesn't agree with it because his leader, chief priest, is R1B1A, which is European DNA. That's why
I
all
don't.
of a sudden now they don't go by that because
I
his
don't even know
leader
what you're
proved to
talking about.
be a European. That's why.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I know you feel like this is your time to shine, but I don't know what you're talking about.
IOC, let him answer because I have a reason for why I'm asking this. So please go
Yeah,
ahead, Ash.
yeah. So all I was gonna end with was that the people that I know that my family go back to from the slave trade, there's an oral tradition amongst them that they came from north of Egypt, fleeing from Jerusalem. Also, that the people adjacent to them they followed several Levitical customs, including wearing the chest plate There's other things like ancient maps. You can look at the one made by the British that reflects the kingdom of Judah. I have a French encyclopedia of travels from that period of time that talks about the people of Judah with illustrations. I would be more than happy to share my screen if I could, but it didn't work last time. Um, so those are the methods that I look at, mixed with the most important Deuteronomy 28 and the other curses that the Israelites were prophesied to be under. Just to answer your question, brother.
Okay, I hear it. So the reason I ask those questions is because, contrary to popular belief, the so-called science that you say is not real or might think is not real, it actually has a lot to do with reality, physical reality. For instance, 40% of the births we have now would not be possible without deep genealogical study to figure out how to counteract them. Yes, naturally, the major 40% of babies born should die due to genetic causes in their own DNA. They're not because it took some time, but the so-called science figured out how to counteract those effects. Going further with genetics, um, there's conspiracies that there's of societies that basically pre-select people based on genealogy to see, okay, this person will be this person will be that, and everything else they can't figure out basically gets thrown into the good luck pile. Used to think that theory was basically unfounded until I started meeting geneticists. And yes, your DNA can very much be used with the proper equipment to predict your life outcome. If there is not a high
Mhm.
prediction, that either means that you have bad genetics and you just get thrown, average genetics, or you have extremely good genetics and you won't be controlled. So the reason I'm bringing up the genealogy part of it because the science is most definitely used, proven, and it could be the reason why you might have been born and did not die. Because a lot of people don't know that a lot of the babies that are born, the reason they're taken, given all these drugs and stuff, is to suppress things that might kill them at birth. So the science is most definitely real. But going back to why I brought it up for you, the reason I brought up the so called actual physical lineage is because word of mouth, historical retelling, and just human nature, it can't be trusted half the time. You can literally have a massive war zone or something happen in a major city. And I guarantee you, each and every person will experience the exact same events and have completely different retellings of it. That happens with police and crime reports all the time and investigations. So, given that fact that a lot of people are going to have their own versions and retellings, the problem with oral tradition is that eventually the truth of what happened gets diluted because that's just human nature. It's retelling after retelling. So, why would I believe that this so called passing down the lineage of stories is accurate when no one is willing to show, oh, yeah, we're genetically connected to these people, which actually proves where you come from?
I don't understand the
Can
question.
I ask Ash? Ash, let me ask you one quick question.
I want to
And we all
understand the
know,
question.
according,
Just ask me,
Well,
please,
I'm gonna ask you a question pertaining to what he's saying.
brother.
According
I
to
don't.
Revelations 22,
That's why I
liars. Ash, can
repeat
you let me
that.
speak for 10 seconds, bro? I'm quick,
He
Ash.
just
Listen.
asked me a question, and
Revelations
I
22.
can't understand what he asked me.
I'm
Why
going
can't
to
you
ask you
wait
a
your
question
turn?
according to what he said, Ash. Damn.
Go ahead, man.
Revelations 22, liars are not going to be in the kingdom of heaven. You claimed you're
All
an
right, you're not.
Israelite through oral traditions. Yo, Ash, control yourself. You claimed you're an Israelite through oral traditions. Did your mother and father tell you that they were Israelites?
No, no, they
So
didn't.
what the hell are you talking about, Ash?
What are you talking about?
What oral traditions are you talking about if your own parents didn't even claim that they're Israelites?
I just gave a few examples, and you weren't listening because you were thinking of something stupid to say. So I'm not going to repeat
Who
myself.
orally told you that you're an
I think the
Israelite?
brother,
Who orally told you that?
I think the brother heard my answer and understood where I was coming from with that. I'm not going to reiterate myself for you. I don't care
Brother,
about
we
you,
don't care where you're coming from. Just answer the question. Who orally told you you was an Israelite?
brother. Can you re-ask the question that you had for me? I'm not doing this circus after dude.
All right, I'll
Yeah.
keep it short. Why would I trust someone that says they had things passed down orally instead of doing what everyone else does, which is go to physically prove or learn where they come from?
So
Yeah.
I
Questions
would
is
meet
here.
the question this way, and that's an interesting question. Genetics are cataloged, but in order to catalog something, you have to have a sample of it. You know, for us, when we do online shopping or the magazines that come where you can order something from, there's a picture. That's the closest to a sample you get. But there's a sample, and then there is a title to the item. So, one, taking the sample, and then two, taking the word of whoever is in the location that you're taking the samples from is a part of the science that you're talking about. So I would say that those things are just as equitable, except here's the thing. Um, if you're asking people what their oral tradition is, it's better to trace it that way because it's coming directly from the source in the area. There's people that'll tell you maybe they're not from the area they're currently living in. Whereas there's some that'll not only tell you that, but they'll tell you where they migrated from. And then the people that are in the area that they're saying they're migrated from, there might also be some information pointing there. It's the way any investigation is conducted. And it is why you have
Brother, you should
genetics.
be a politician, brother. You should be a
And
politician. Brother, listen.
That's not
You
I'm
true.
said
sorry,
totally
brother,
That's not
brother,
nothing,
true. That's
bro.
not true. That one, yeah,
Let
you're
brother,
right.
him
did
That
you
is word
answer.
salad, 100%. That's 100% word salad. Number one, but number
I'm
two,
sorry, brother,
you
did you
said
understand what I was saying?
yes. You were basically saying that there's nothing to compare. There's nothing to compare or base the genealogy test to. But that's not true. But they have
I didn't
ancient. Okay,
I didn't just say that. I just said that oral tradition is better in a sense where you're getting directly out of the
people
mouth
lie.
of the people. You
People
said
lie.
what?
People
Yeah,
lie.
but Ash, you don't even
I
have
mean,
anybody who told
but
you orally that you're an Israelite. You just said it.
here's the thing though. We're both facing the same issue because I asked how genes are cataloged. So the same work, the same investigative work has to be done in order to label the genes.
They have
Only
very
thing that's
Brother,
sophisticated.
missing
I'm gonna
is
tell you how
No,
genes
no.
listen,
Let me tell you.
Ash,
Right,
I'm gonna tell you,
they have very sophisticated technology right now that can examine DNA from ancient artifacts found and
yep,
kept as a record from ancient civilizations. So if there's any tools or anything,
how they
they can literally collect the genetic DNA of the
yep,
people that were holding it as long as it was preserved. Then they can take that
yep.
DNA and then trace that and compare that to people. That's literally how we know what people were what people.
we're not
Bring,
And
disagreeing
and
on
Ash, and Ash, listen, Ash, there's something called haplogroups that gets passed from father to son, father to son, father to son. There's only about 20 different groups on earth. Everybody comes from a specific haplogroup. So 80% African Americans have E1B1A. Europeans have R1B1A. Your
literally
listen,
don't
let me talk.
care,
Your
bro.
your
I'm
leader,
trying to
your
answer the
leader.
brother's question, and you are being
No,
disrespectful
you're
to him.
not, brother. No, because
What do you
brother,
mean?
what you're
No,
doing is
I'm
this.
not. Bro, did I finish answering
Brother,
your
it
question?
takes you 900 words to get to a point, bro.
If we were
900
in
words,
court,
bro.
we were in court, Ash, they would say your answer was non-compliance. That's what they would say, 100%.
Yeah.
I did. I didn't
Because
finish.
Ash, listen, this is what you do, Ash. Listen. If you ask me, yo, do you have a car? Well, it depends because sometimes my mode of travel depends on the pursuing of the vehicle that I'm in. But in order, that's all you do, bro. That's all you do.
That
You try to throw in these big words to come. Listen, you could confuse people from the projects,
I
but a
didn't
person
even.
that has common sense
That's
ain't gonna buy
crazy.
your buffoonery, bro.
That's crazy. I'm gonna beat your ass if I ever meet you. First of all, don't ever
Why it gotta
disrespect
be
Bro,
all
you
nobody.
that?
couldn't, brother.
Why it gotta be all that?
Don't ever
What?
disrespect nobody coming from the projects. Like people from the projects can't be intelligent.
You acting
You
like
don't even
somebody
know
from
when
the
to shut your
projects when you
goddamn
sit there and
mouth.
threaten somebody for disagreeing with your opinion. You can't get mad at
I,
that. You
it
proved
Yeah.
wasn't.
his
It
point.
wasn't about him
You
disagreeing
proved
with
his
my
point though.
opinion.
But you proved
It
his
wasn't
point.
about him disagreeing with
But
my
you
opinion.
proved his point though.
I didn't prove
Yeah,
man,
you
none of his
did.
points.
You
No,
100%
I
did.
didn't.
You're
No, I
acting like
didn't.
somebody from the projects
that man for no
by
reason.
threatening somebody to
You
assault
just,
them
you
or to
just,
hurt them
you
because
just
they
feel
don't
like
agree with your point.
it's
That's
not about
100%
him.
ghetto Negro
It's about
behavior.
it's about the fact that he just said people from the projects is stupid. That's literally what
That's
he
not what
just
he
No, I
said.
didn't
said. That's
say
not
that.
what he said. That's
I
You
not
didn't
what he
sit there
say
said.
that.
clapping your ass
Because
for it.
That's
ready,
not.
Let me speak.
Nah,
Biggie,
dog.
Pac,
I'm good off. I'm
listen,
good off talking to you, bro.
Let me
The
speak,
brother
bro.
that asked me the question, I'm just I'm gonna
Talented
put my email in.
people come. Oh, here we
I'm
go,
gonna put
bro.
my email in the chat for the brother
That's
that asked
literally
me the
not what he
question.
said. He
I'm
did
not
not say
dealing with
people
this
from the
dude, man.
projects are stupid. That's not what he said.
He literally just said you might
No,
be
that's
able to
not what
pull
he
that
said.
crap
That's
on
just
people
that's
from the
that
project.
that might be what you heard, but that's not what he
He
said.
literally just said you might be able to pull that on people from the projects.
Right. That's not
Why
what
would
you're
I be
Ash,
able
accusing
to
can
him of
you just
saying. That's not what he
why
said.
would I be
He didn't
able to
say
pull
they're
it on
stupid
people from the projects
because they
as
don't
opposed
know.
to
It means
me?
Ash,
they're
can
ignorant. That
you
doesn't mean that they're stupid. There's a
Literally,
difference.
facts?
literally
Got
my
There's a
there's a
issue.
difference
difference,
between being
big
stupid
difference.
and
Literally my
ignorant.
issue. Literally my issue. I'm not sitting for this game shit, man. So, bro, that
Ash,
just asked
you
me the
want to use
question.
a whole bunch of white
I'm gonna put my
words.
email in the chat. You said white words. You're the dumbest Christian I ever talked to in my life. I'm
So
gonna
why
put
are
my
you
email in
sounding
the
like a
chat.
straight my
I'm gonna put.
conjunction
I'm gonna put.
junction? What's your
I'm gonna.
function?
I'm
It's
gonna
like,
put
bro, we
the
get it.
email.
Red
I'm gonna
fish,
put my
blue
email
fish,
in the chat
green
for the
fish.
brother
We get
that
it,
asked me the
bro.
question because this is
The
not.
guy
This is
asked you a question of what physical evidence do you have,
They
and
don't
you
have
dropped
any.
a
That's the truth.
1,200 word thesis.
They don't have any at all. None.
You're dumb because I wasn't even answering that question no more. He said, "Why would I go off of oral tradition?"
Because
Essentially,
that's
Yeah,
not
because
he
your
smart.
asked,
parents
no.
didn't
That's
even
the
say
question.
you're an Israelite.
That's that's the question that I was answering for him. I wasn't answering the
So
question
it
he
don't
just said
take
out
Ash. It don't
loud.
take 1,200 words, bro. It don't take 1,200 words.
Bro, you don't even understand the words that I used. So shut up. You're an idiot. Period. So for the
I'm
brother
an
that
idiot.
asked me
All
the
right, so
question, I'm willing to deal with you, bro, but I'm not gonna do it here. I'm gonna put my email in
RSVK,
the chat for
let him answer
Hold on.
this shit.
I
okay,
mean, yeah.
okay. All right, Ash. Sorry, speak, Ash. Sorry.
Nah. My wife made me dinner. I'm out of here. You guys are weird. Jay, I'm
Well, are
still
you
dealing
gonna
with you.
grab
Jay, Jay,
the
Jay,
utensils to put in
Jay,
your
Jay,
mouth,
I'll
in your
still
head,
deal
in
with
the
you.
plate?
Whatever.
The other
Whatever.
brother, I'll still
Whatever.
deal with you, man. But this is weird. It's weird that you even got dude on here.
All right.
He has added
Just don't
nothing
make
of
no more
substance to the
videos about
discussion.
me.
Shalom. I'm gonna make another one.
All right.
But it's love though.
All
Hopefully you
right.
receive it that way.
All right. It's insane.